and that...
I was just getting worried that you were seeing more stuff. Because,
No.
map
I
trubs.
No, that's why I dragged Brian over to the other channel, so we could test it.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Didn't want to interrupt you guys. All right. Oh, I fixed some stuff. So Amber now has all her wild magic surge stuff. Amanda, if you go into your actions, you now have the Bell Branch, which has 3 charges and recharges on a long rest.
Oh.
And that casts. So it's got 2. Technically, it has 2 things it can do. It can cast protection from good or evil, or you can expand 1 charge to detect the presence of etc., 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 which is in the actual item description, but there's no need to build an action for that because it's not like a spell or something.
But it is one of the 3 uses I get in the day.
Correct.
And we have not had a rest, right? Being on the actions page, I just noticed I have a little check mark on one of my spell slots. So,
I don't think we ended with the rest, but we ended with the rest. We just didn't actually show it. So if you go into the Bell Branch on the action and click the little magnifying glass next to the red dragon head, it will bring up the actual spell, which is the effect, and you will just drag that effect onto the character you are casting it on.
That's fun.
Okay. Let's see. Brian, your Cloak of Protection and Necro Resist armor now actually work.
Yay.
Both of them work correctly. The armor class does not show on your physical stats on your main screen. It just automatically is taken into effect on rolls.
Okay.
So the miscellaneous +1 to armor class that used to be on the main screen is now gone. Just so you know. But as long as you have that effect on, if you magnifying glass that, your Cloak of Protection and your Necro Resist armor, you're just going to want to make sure that effect is on you, which
perfect
should be, in theory. We'll make sure it is, but yeah. There we go. So for some reason the self-cast isn't working really great, so instead you just have to drag it. But it should be on permanently now. I went ahead and dragged it on you. So you should always have that save 1 AC1 and resist necrotic effect on you in the combat tracker.
Delicious.
Alright, let's see. Heather, nothing changed. Your Chaos Bolt is still impossible to program.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, John, you now have correct. So you don't have an action or like an equipable item for those bracers of archery. So instead, your longbow now has the correct bonus just built into the longbow action. Your hand axes are now broken down into 2 subgroups. You can see you have 1 hand axe that's a thrown setting with 2 ammo, and then 1 hand axe that is just a melee. And you can see the damage is greater on the thrown because you have the bonus to that from your fighting style.
Sweet, okay.
We are going to start using the ammo tracker for that. So when you throw a hand axe, you'll use it as the thrown action, and it will automatically take away 1 of the ammo until the end of combat, when we can assume you will pick them back up. So if you throw 2, then your hand axe melee is going to be gone. So keep track of that. And everything else should be good to go and set. So, with that, I'm going to toss in a long rest for everyone. And that should reset everyone's everything. In theory. All right.
I mean,
So-
I don't like that Cramp is targeting me right now, but
It's fine.
Fine.
Everything is fine.
Is
well,
there a
Morgan is still unconscious apparently. This is on the combat tracker, by the way.
Oh, I was like, I don't see anything on the map.
You don't see
I was
me
gonna
on
say,
that too, yeah.
Oh, I am still unconscious apparently.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
there we go.
That's a lie.
Come on, keep it going.
All right.
Keep it going.
Maybe you keep it going. Okay.
I don't trust that Cramp is targeting me.
Well,
It's fine.
tell him to untarget you then.
I don't know how
How?
to untarget. 'Cause there's
Exactly,
no-
we can't see anything on the map.
You don't need a map to untarget. I just
How?
untargeted. You go into the combat tracker and click on the target. There, he's no longer targeting you.
Thank you.
Are you happy?
I mean, yes, because let's be real. If anyone's gonna accidentally kill someone, it's gonna be Cramp.
All right. So,
Oh.
when we last spoke, you were taking a rest within view of the windmill, i.e., the old bone grinder, which is. All right. Why are there only 4 of you?
Ooh, that's a good question too.
There's 5 of us.
Not when I share the map. So hold on. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Hopefully, you should start seeing something.
Yay!
Oh man.
All right. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it
The
gives
different
me
areas.
flashbacks of the Nightmare Manor.
All right. So that is, off in the distance there. And then you rested.
Good.
So, yeah, that's where you are. You look at that. It's hanging out. And that's you guys.
And I
you guys
assume
looking at that thing from a distance.
is night on its way toward us?
You have
Question.
slept through the night.
Oh,
It is morning. That was where the long rest came into play.
cool.
So we should probably go either
Yeah.
explore
Approach it.
this or completely ignore this side quest. Either one.
No, I think we gotta go to it.
I'm gonna go check out. I'm gonna go walk up towards the. Slowly walk up towards. Oh, is there like a pathway up to the door?
There is.
Okay. I'm gonna just walk up to the door.
All right, so
Okay.
to reiterate what you're looking at, as you can see there, gray brick walls, dirt-covered windows on the upper floors, a decrepit little wooden platform encircles the windmill, kind of above the. You can kind of see it above the door there. Perched on some wooden beams above the door is a raven that is hopping beam to beam and squawking at you, somewhat agitated,
Ooh, do I have
as
a thing
ravens,
to...
ravens tend to be.
How far up is that platform?
That
Right, yeah.
platform would be about, say, 7 to 8 feet up off the ground.
Okay.
Way above your head, Cramp.
Hey, there you want to kind of give me a little push or a little lift?
Yeah, I think we should probably maybe find out if we feel like any magic around here.
Yeah.
I have like magic awareness that until the end of my next turn, I can know the location of any spells or magic item within 60 feet of me. Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm reading this. I haven't used this yet.
Like, how big is the place? In terms of, like, what... Is there any way to estimate like how the size of what that bottommost room would be? How wide around this mill is?
About 20 by 20.
About 20 by 20.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
I was gonna say I can use a charge on my new focus to detect the presence of aberrations, celestials, constructs, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 60 feet.
Oh, that might be kind of cool. Do we see
Um,
anything that looks suspicious?
What do you describe?
Like,
suspicious?
what do we see? Like, I get that we see the bone grinder, right?
And the raven.
But, like, do we see anything else?
That's
Are the
all you
windows all
see.
closed?
They are not closed or shuttered off. They're just really dirty.
Okay,
It-
that's not
it could
promising,
serve.
guys.
I mean, it would make sense if it's just an abandoned mill.
Yeah.
And the
But you remember the last dirty windows we saw?
They were fine. Nothing
The,
bad happened.
the windmill is at least the mill part of it. The windmill part of it is working. It's slowly turning,
Oh,
screeching a bit. Obviously, not in great repair, but
Can I ask a question about something the Bell Branch does?
mm-hmm.
The last line for detecting all the things. If the creatures are present and don't have total cover from you. So just assuming there's something bad in there, since it's inside and the windows are dusty and therefore it would technically have total cover from me,
Yep,
the Bell Branch wouldn't work.
correct.
Cool. Understood.
Okay, so we're back to the original plan, which is to lift Cramp up to that little ledge, right?
I
Well, you
don't
want
know
to open
about
the
that
front door.
plan. I think we should open the front door. Sending Cramp on his own has caused enough problems in the party.
Wow.
I will touch the doorknob.
Okay, it's a doorknob.
And turn the doorknob and ease the door open.
Okay. As the door creaks slowly open, I imagine you're pushing it open rather slowly. You can see as the light kind of shines in there, a just filthy room. Baskets, from what you can see through the crack in the door, baskets are piled up. Old dishes are piled in the baskets and on the floor. You see kind of over to the side what looks like maybe a chicken coop or some sort of bird coop. And that's pretty much what you can see with the door cracked open.
Coop inside the house? Okay. How long has it been abandoned, supposedly? Like, I know he told us it is abandoned, like, long since abandoned, hopefully.
Who told you it was abandoned?
What's his face? Our benefactor. He gave us the rundown of the map. Didn't he say it was abandoned? Am I
I think he just said it was
hallucinating?
old.
Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Well,
I don't know if abandon was ever used. I could be wrong.
It definitely looks abandoned, though, with, the rundown.
I'll just
It
be
doesn't
like,
look like the dust has been disturbed or anything.
So if you're looking in through the crack in the door,
Mm-hmm.
there's not really a lot you can see. You can see kind of what appears to be a kind of a trod pathway through the grime that starts inside the door.
Okay.
There's no real great way to tell. Just with a glance, you can't really tell how long it's been that way.
Shoulder the door the rest of the way open.
Yeah.
it's gonna be like housekeeping, and when we get through the door, just be like, knock, knock?
Who's
Question mark?
We need more live-in pledge.
who's going in first?
I'll go in first.
Okay. I worry that something bad might happen.
You want to push past me with her?
Oh, it's too late. So, as Shava goes in, as the door opens, you can see, really just, it looks like this entire area has been converted into a large storage / in kind of towards the back is a makeshift kitchen, taking over a large portion of the room. Like I said, it's filthy, baskets and dishes. There's a old peddler's cart that's been pulled in there, which you actually recognize as the cart being pulled around by the old woman that sold dream pastries.
Ooh.
A heavy wooden trunk, a wooden cabinet that's kind of the cleanest thing in the room, even though it is still dirty. It's cleaner than the rest. And hold on 1 second while we do this. Alright, you should be able to see some more stuff now.
No.
Nope.
Alright, let's refresh.
Oh,
Do you see anything now?
Mm-mm.
no.
Nope.
Just the original thing.
Alright. Entering into the mask mode. Do. There, and there, and there. Activate mask mode. And dragging people. Fighting ever so many things on this map. Alright, hold please.
Turns out you can't walk into the storage room. You see it,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah, turns out, too bad.
Oh no, I'm floating in space. What's the meaning of existence?
You'll
the
be
void
alright.
looks back at me.
Alright, I'll continue on with the description. A wooden cabinet with flowers painted on the doors, which is a little tidier than everything else. You hear some clucking of chickens. You hear the croaking of some toads. And it smells terrible. The kind of sickeningly sweet smell of pastries blending with a stench, just a general foul aroma that just burns up your nostrils. The odor comes out of an open, upright barrel that's in the center of the room. There's a warmth issuing from a... What's happening? Amber? What are you doing?
What? Nothing.
No, it sounds like you're just straight like blowing a fan into your mic.
Oh?
Oh,
Weird.
See, I thought that was the music I had playing because I wouldn't put it past them to put some weird staticky stuff in there. So
I'm looking
No.
at the stuff. I don't know whose was highlighted. Mine wasn't.
So anyway, there's a brick oven against one wall, warmth issuing from that, and a crumbling staircase ascends the wall across from it. You can hear occasional rustling movement, cackles, and occasionally a high-pitched, like, shrieking noise from up higher.
I want to look at the barrel of goop. I want to see
All
if I
right.
can find out what's in the barrel of goop.
I love it. Love everything about it. Here's
As
the
a-
real question. Can you now see the windmill again?
We can
Yes.
see
Yeah.
old bones.
Yeah.
See the windmill.
Well, you know what? Fantasy Grounds? You son of a bitch. Like, I don't know how I could make this more clear to you, game. I am showing people this map. Okay. So you're looking at Goop, you say?
Yeah, I want to see what's in the goop.
Fantastic.
Good general question, real quick. I know Cramp tried the dream pastry. He just had good dreams. I can't remember what the outcome of that was at the moment.
Oh, it was just the best. Like, just think of the best dream you ever had type deal situation. More or less knocked out, wake up like a baby, and just had fun killing a lot of things inside the dream. Think little warrior gnome. Other than that, nothing else.
Yeah, I want to go look in the barrel with Piop.
All right.
Does anyone remember her name?
I actually don't know if we got a name from her.
I
Ran away from us.
kind of want to like alert her that we're here, so we don't have a Mary situation on our hands.
Well, let's also figure out what's in the goop first,
Yeah, that's fine.
because that could be very not good. Hey, look, we have a new thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yeah. It's gonna be really
Okay.
small, so we're gonna crowd you all in here, and it's gonna be great. And for some reason, I figured out why it wasn't letting you see it. It wasn't letting your tokens come over.
Oh.
I had to pull them. I couldn't just move them. I had to pull them off the party tracker. So anyway,
Weird.
there's that. I know a couple of you guys are in there. I'm just gonna stack you guys in here at this point.
Okay.
Because you don't need to move around. You just need to be able to see. Everyone see kind of what's going on in there now.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. The barrel holds a glistening greenish goop that is kind of, if you watch it for more than about 15 or 20 seconds, occasionally there's a little movement. Just kind of, sometimes it's a bubble that comes to surface. Sometimes it just slowly moves in kind of a semi-random circle. It's kind of sloshing around.
Can I tell if it's like magical? I'm assuming it is, but can I get the read on the magic?
Let's see. You could probably roll some Arcana on that. So those two are looking at a barrel. What were the other three doing?
I'm gonna go check out that beautiful wardrobe with the flowers on it.
Okay. Morgan, without like really getting in there, you can sense there's something magic going on with it. Just kind of a base level, but you don't have an exact read on what it is or.
Could I do like a nature or some kind of check, since I am of forestiness and sporeness, to try to figure out more about what it is?
Yeah, you can roll nature and just what are you doing to figure it out?
I need to
Well, I
lift
would-
you up, Fred.
That might be helpful, but I don't know, I guess I would probably have to either touch or taste it or something like that. I doubt that you would get a lot just by staring at it.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Okie dokie.
All right, and that leaves Cramp and Furia. What are you guys doing?
So, other than the two things that are being searched, I've already forgotten what else is in this room.
A chicken coop, a wooden trunk, a peddler's cart, and an
I'm
oven.
gonna go to the peddler's cart.
Okay.
To be quite honest, I'm going to watch, because we do see that, like, so the staircase going up to the next floor. I'm going to stay at the bottom of it and kind of peek up, just kind of keep a watch out, just in case if somebody is home.
Okay. All right, let's jump to Shava. As you approach the cabinet, nice. You just looking at it? You opening it, or
Yeah, I'd like to open it.
okay? It's got a few shelves in there. You see some wooden bowls full of various dried herbs. What appears to be like flour and ground meal and kind of various baking items, you would presume. Hanging on the inside of the cabinet door are about a dozen locks of hair. And then also a little shelf built into the door. There are the 3 small glass containers that are filled with various 3 different colors of fluid. One is labeled Youth, and it is a kind of a golden, sparkly, syrupy mixture. The second is labeled Laughter, and it is a thin red mixture. And the third one is kind of a greenish, milky liquid that it says Mother's Milk.
I'm gonna close the pantry and walk away from it.
And Theria, what were you checking out?
Peddler's cart.
Okay. Its peddler's cart is got a little cover on it. If you lift the cover, it's currently empty. You do confirm that it is the same cart that you saw on the streets of Barovia, selling out the dream pastries.
Cool.
Piop, as you stick your finger in this green mess and have a little slurp, you could identify this as some sort of blood or ichor, but it's nothing natural that you can tell. It's some sort of unnatural creature would have provided this. It's nothing that you would have recognized from druidic knowledge.
Perfect. Love it.
And I'll be right back. Hold on.
Well then, while he parties it up.
Back.
Cool.
Amber's getting Doritos, so she'll be back in a second.
Doritos are always a good choice.
Piop.
Mm-hmm.
Not Piop. Cramp. Other gnome. Y'all look alike to me.
That's racist.
It happens. Just gnomes, though. As you're listening, as you're kind of watching the staircase, you can get a better kind of hearing what's going on upstairs and the shuffling and cackling. And it does occasionally, when you guys make noise downstairs, it stops, pauses for a moment, and then just continues.
Oh, lovely.
Can I just say hello up the stairs? Hello?
Sure.
Pastry lady? We want to buy more pastries.
We will deal with the outcome of that when Amber gets back.
Hi. I want to go check out the trunk.
Okay. All right. While Shava is tossing a hello upstairs, you check out the trunk. It's a wooden trunk with a bunch of tiny holes poured into its lid.
This seems bad.
There's
Oh,
a
I
lot
and,
in
gotta open the
there.
damn trunk.
There's a lot of croaking coming from inside it.
Croaking?
Croaking
Hmm.
as of
Ah,
riveting of frogs.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to open that.
Hard pass on that.
Yeah, I back away.
Fair enough.
I'm not in the frog game.
I am though.
Make a wise. I make a
So-
wisecrack. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go right ahead.
No, I was gonna say make a wisecrack. If you kiss one, you might actually get a prince.
You might too.
You guys can take turns. So as you float that hello up the stairs, the cackling for a moment and shuffling ceases, and then you hear the voice of a wizened old voice of what sounds like an old woman calls out that if you want to buy the pastries, just come up the stairs, because stairs are getting harder for her in her advanced age.
All right.
I'm gonna join.
Guess we're going
Java.
upstairs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
We're off to see the wizard.
Yeah, we're headed up the stairs now.
All right.
I don't know if she's a wizard. I think she might be a witch, but
Could be a wizard. It's not a gendered term in D&D.
bye, darkness.
I know, darkness.
All right. You guys have the second floor now.
No.
Not really.
I've got.
I don't
see,
even
like,
see anybody.
4 little corners around
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
Same.
but that's all I see.
I don't even see my party members.
And myself, yeah.
I'm stacking you now. How about now?
Nope. Just the corners.
Can anyone see the map?
I can.
Of course you can.
It's weird to have the corners, whatever they are.
I'm not quite sure why Shava remains the only person that can see these maps, because they are all the exact same. Alright. Whatever is what I say to that. Imagine a map.
It looks like a room.
Yeah. It looks like a circular room about the same size as the one you were just in. I'm making one last flailing effort to see if anyone else can see it.
Roll to flail.
So dumb. Amber just sent me a screenshot of what she can see.
Yeah,
The
I just
dumbest thing.
texted one. Oh, hey, look, it's
Yeah.
a room.
Look, there. That's the room you're in.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Wow. Much great room. Such wow.
I imagine we're going to have to go upstairs again because we probably don't see her immediately.
No, this looks
I
like it's a
imagine.
grinding.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, did anyone do the check for updates before they loaded into this?
I did.
I didn't.
Hmm.
I don't remember.
I did.
That
There
was like
wasn't.
30 minutes ago.
So the person that can see the room is the one that didn't do the check for updates.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Because that checks out.
27 out of 10. All right. So you go up the stairs. A haggard, heavy-set woman with a face like a wrinkled, boiled apple sweeps the floor, pushing around some old bones and stirring up a cloud of white dust with a broom. She's wearing a blood-stained, flour-caked apron, and a long, sharp needle impales a bundle of mounded-up gray hair on top of her head. The dirt-caked windows that you saw from the outside allow very little light to enter. It's about 8 foot high, this room, most of which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling. A stone staircase continues up, and upstairs from you, the sound of loud cackling and laughter is louder now. The old woman that you're looking at is indeed the purveyor of pastries that you saw before. She's immediately greets you with a abrupt, question of how many pastries do you want. She says they're, of course, still 1 gold each.
Have anything other than the dream pastries?
She does not. She says she specializes. It's the finest ingredients that make the finest of confections, and she has mastered the art and only makes the one thing.
Well, I'd like to go ahead and buy one and keep it on my person.
All right. She says it'll be 1 gold, and that there are actually a dozen of them down in the oven. The brick oven that was in the main room, and she will be glad to escort you down there and grab you a nice fresh pastry.
Ooh, I'll pay for one as well. Get her on our good side.
Who's upstairs? Or what is the cackling going on upstairs?
Her daughters are upstairs.
Daughters, plural.
Correct. He has 2 daughters. He says they don't like company, though, so they stay upstairs.
Okay.
Are they practitioners like herself?
You mean bakers?
Sure, let's go.
Yes, bakers.
She says no, they are not bakers.
How old are they?
She takes a moment, looking off in the distance, and says that Bella is coming on to about 20 years of age, and Ophelia is 24.
What do they do?
Someone's real creepy about this.
He says that they help her around the mill.
And
They haven't gone to find their own way in the world?
She says that she kind of gives you a questioning look and says, "What world exactly?" And says they do fine right here.
What's the goop downstairs?
She says the goop downstairs is the runoff from some of the grinding.
Oh, this does not sound good.
What exactly are you over there grinding?
yeah.
Yeah. There's something about this I don't trust.
Yeah.
So she's getting kind of increasingly irritated at these questions and the fact that we are still not going downstairs to get the pastries. And she says if she's here to sell pastries and not answer your questions. So you
Okay.
can either get your pastries or you can leave.
Okay. Let's get our
Let's head
pastries.
downstairs.
All right, you head downstairs, which is indicated by you not being able to head downstairs on this map.
Yay!
Yay. Should we go ahead, any of us who are buying from her, and subtract?
Yeah.
I've got like 46 gold, it looks like, on my own.
Yeah. I just subtracted 1 from that.
When she starts taking out the pastries or whatever from the oven, can I sneak back upstairs and see if I can peek in on these very weird sounding daughters.
You certainly can if you just roll a stealth check.
Oh.
As you take a step onto the stairs, you manage to find the creakiest spot on possibly the creakiest board you have ever stepped on in your whole gnome life. And she whips halfway around and pins you with a stare. Doesn't say anything. Just stares straight at you.
You should totally fix this board. It's gonna collapse one day.
He says she'll get right on it.
Good choice.
For let's call it 5 more gold. Would you be willing to share the secret of what you're grinding here?
No.
How about 10?
No.
Let's just leave. And we didn't get your name earlier. What's your name? You've given us your daughter's names, Bella and Ophelia.
He tells you that her name is Morgantha.
I'm Morgan!
Morgantha, thank you for selling us some more of your pastries. And we'll be out of your hair now. And I link arms with Morgan and grab Piop by his shoulder, and I start to escort the two of them out of the windmill. Gently.
And I'm scooting Cramp along the way.
Alright, you find yourself back outside the windmill.
Yeah,
Rose still there.
Let's not antagonize the woman who sells dream pastries and has 2 daughters cackling upstairs. That could go very poorly for us. I say we just continue on. It's still early in the day. And just remember that this is here and it may come in handy down the road.
Can I just
This
take
wasn't
a
one of
peek?
the, clues, right? For the...
No.
Okay.
The necromancer, the healer, the hooded one, the ghost, and the marionette, none of which we identified with this, so.
Alright, as you exit the windmill, you look off to the east, and now from this angle, you can see 4 kind of stones that are sticking up out of the ground. They look like they've been carved. They're obviously not natural, kind of in a square formation, and look kind of off in the distance, just maybe about 150, 160 yards off. Kind of before, from the angle when you were approaching, was kind of hidden by a little groundswell, a little hill, but you can now see them.
Is it out back, or what direction did you say?
It would be, so if
East.
you are looking down, it would be southeast. Just slightly southeast.
We want to go check it out? Is it her? Would it be considered her property to just a logical mind? How close to her?
150 to 160 yards.
Let's go look at the stones.
Yeah, I think we should go to the stones.
Alright. As you approach them, you see 4 moss-covered stones. Each bears a crude carving of what looks like maybe a city or a village. There's several ravens circling overhead, and a few that are on top of one of the stones pecking at something, occasionally cawing. They of course are a little bit agitated when you approach.
Do we recognize the cities on them?
If you take a look, you can kind of see that these are kind of crude depictions, but looks like one is a city, maybe covered with some sort of, at best guess would be snow. Another city is arrayed with flowers around the carving of the city. There's one with a sunburst over the city, and then one that has leaves kind of crudely falling around it.
It's very seasonal.
Yeah.
And the stones are about 8 foot tall, roundabout.
Ooh, so a little taller than me. How exciting.
Is there anything like in the center of this collection of stones?
Yeah, actually. There is a small pile of what appears to be small teeth.
Oh.
Oh, gross.
Can I try to identify the teeth?
You certainly can. What check would you like to use for that?
I would think probably nature again. I mean,
Sure, go for it. Okay. So they're immediately identifiable as humanoid teeth, and with your, I don't know, druidic skill and experience with bodies and bones, etc., you would put the teeth as probably taken out of the mouth of a humanoid aged, probably somewhere between the range of 6 to 10 years.
Oh, cool. It's just sacrificing children. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Would have been 6 to 8. Nah, haven't lost that many teeth at that age. Can I ask Ismark and Irina if they recognize any of the cities that are on the rocks?
And they waited outside, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just tagging along. They would tell you it's an ancient Barovian legend of the 4 cities. And, well, actually not just Barovian, it's an ancient legend of the 4 cities said to be the cities of paradise, where the Morning Lord, Mother Night, and other ancient gods first dwelled.
Is it normal to sacrifice children's teeth to them?
They would say no. That is not normal. It's not really sacrificial anything. It's just kind of a generic. This is the kind of an indication of this is the house of the gods. It's pretty generic, indicating like between those 4 cities, the city of winter, summer, autumn, and spring would cover almost all the gods, like just where they made their homes. So a very generic religious significance.
Okay.
Can I do an Arcana check and see if any magical energy is radiating from the site or if it's just a religious thing?
Go for it. No, just the overall kind of what you're getting used to is like the background decaying magic of everywhere you've been, but nothing in particular.
Can I, after I hear that story, can I shear off a lock of my hair and add it to the pile of children's teeth? And then I'm going to remove myself from the square.
Sure. Pile it on.
Well, I mean, if it's about the ancient legend, what I'm thinking is those teeth are probably like an offering a piece of yourself.
Makes sense.
So
Still you.
At least he's not pulling out a tooth.
I can if you want me to.
Oh.
Very too Shava.
Grips.
Super great.
I'll think about it briefly. Kind of watch like, Yeah. Um, uh, and I'll chop off a small little red curl with my dagger and toss it on.
Okay.
I've entered into weird magical pacts before. Who gives a fuck?
All right. After the second person there starts chopping off hair and tossing it onto the pile of teeth, Morgan and who else did that?
Java.
Baba.
Okay. Good.
Weirdos.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's just weird.
I don't like the silence.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see if anything. Guess.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody doing anything else?
Well, I'm just sitting back watching them do them.
Same.
All right.
I'm back there making faces like, ew. Teeth creep me out.
All right. Cool.
I mean, I'm just really pondering how the fact that she got all the way back to the windmill in that quick of time to where she didn't get attacked by the nightly mischievous.
Yeah, she's got to be protected somehow.
Suddenly, Teeth Monster appears.
Oh god, no, that thing made me freaking uncomfortable.
Oh, no. No.
I love it. Alright, well. I guess we should.
Shall we-
I've deleted that
Head
message.
on our way?
I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I guess I mean, unless we're gonna go busting up past the old lady, I guess we should probably just keep on trucking towards Vallaki.
Yeah, yeah.
How
This
thick-
is difficult.
So looking at the map, right? The big map that you just reposted. How far would it be to go through the forest instead of doing that big loop around that right side? Would we be able to go like boop boop straight through? Maybe make a shortcut? I don't exactly know the sizing of the map, so. Oh, 1/4 of a mile. Never mind. That'd be like really short. We could potentially go through the forest.
Isn't the forest scarier?
I mean, not to me. Maybe to y'all?
Oh, I guess you have a point there.
I'd be like, yeah, forest.
I
Doing
don't know
great
what
at
you're
it.
looking for here. And
I
oh god.
I feel
was
like
hoping
we've.
that more people would say stuff.
Alright, I was figuring something out.
I also feel like we've forgotten something or like didn't do something. I don't know. Like, do we really think that the bone mill is?
Did that
That's
and then
it.
it didn't work.
It's about to IMU until I figured it out.
I had to Google how to whisper, and then I fucked it up anyways.
I was gonna say, I think that it's
Yeah,
a
I forgot how to do it too.
space.
You tried though? And that's
I
what you-
did.
Oh, that's right.
You had the
have to do-
slash in the wrong place.
I
No, Brian.
I didn't do the space.
No,
it's-
because Brian
no,
just
because
did
I
it, and that's not right either.
Yeah, it's slash W space GM.
Yeah, and
It still didn't.
You
work.
have backslash, Brian.
I've tried both. Neither of them work.
Oh,
No, the
No.
first one you have the slash in the wrong place. It needs to go before the
Oh.
W.
Yeah, I'm just retarded. That's really what this is.
Well, you got that going for you.
Look, I was hardly paying attention here.
Yep, that works.
Yeah. So, what's everyone else's thoughts here?
I don't know. I feel like something is. We're missing something.
I mean, I want to sneak around a bit more inside the windmill, but I got ushered out, so I'm just going to go along whatever you guys want to go do.
Come by here again, anyways. I bet.
Yeah, I think we head on our way and see what happens.
On your merry way.
I don't want to pick a fight with, like,
With
the
an old
D&D
lady?
version of Baba Yaga. Like, that's what I'm anticipating this is. That she's a fucking hag.
Yeah, I say we just follow the road to Balaki. I'd rather not tempt the forest.
And we're being paid for this, so we probably should get on our merry way with what we were
No,
asked
that's
to
also.
do.
Were we
Cool.
actually paid?
We entered into some fucking deal.
No,
don't
we
really
haven't
know.
been paid because we don't know who our
Ernest.
our patron is.
But Ismark has hired us
No,
for
yeah,
this.
that's what I was gonna say. Is I don't remember him paying us, but it wouldn't
Yeah, I don't
surprise
either.
me.
It's a job.
It's gonna help us on the greater role that we have, I assume.
Sure.
Alright. So, moving along.
Lucky.
Alright, and you're just walking, correct? Just walking along the road, rather. Not cutting through the woods.
Correct.
Alright.
Well, I suppose.
Good deal.
Since
Good
they
deal.
all want to take the long route.
So as you are walking along, as you making decent time, and you're headed east, kind of northeast, as you round that bend, a hairpin curve, you hear in the distance and approaching the sound of hooves. It's a horse. Sounds like a horse galloping. And from the, you get probably, you're thinking you've got about maybe a good 10 seconds before it rounds the corner and whatever happens, happens. So what do you do in those 10 seconds?
Can we
From
take
the
cover in the
direction
woods?
we're
I was
going?
gonna say take cover.
Nope. It's coming towards you, so it would be coming around that corner.
Oh, if it's coming from the area of Balaki, I mean, it's probably just
Right.
a trader or something.
We think.
Galloping though, right?
Sounds like it.
But it's coming from the direction of Balaki, because my question was, did we ever get our, like, horse and carriage back? Didn't we pay the Vistani to bring those to us?
No,
they
we
come
paid it
back
to take
the
it
old
back
town.
to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'm down to
Actually,
hide
I
in the
don't
woods.
think we paid them either.
You
I mean,
didn't.
for
People do
me-
a lot of things here for no money.
Yeah.
Ismark handled it, so he probably paid himself.
Possibly.
We'll just go with that theory.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't want to get run over by a horse, so but I'm not gonna go and hide because
We moved to the side of the road. Not
I mean,
hiding, but just don't get run over.
Yeah.
I mean, as I hear it, I step off to the side, but put my arm behind my back, about to pull the crossbow just in case. Always be prepared.
All right. So everyone does what they just said they're doing, and through the light mist that's always around, you see a skeletal warhorse charging down the road, and a skeletal rider, both clad in rusted and ruined chainmail. The skeletal rider is holding up a rusted lantern with one hand, obviously shedding no light, and gallops past you, paying you no mind, and soon disappears into the mist to the south. And its galloping footsteps slowly disappear.
Well, that doesn't bode so well for Velaki still standing.
They have like revenants and undead helping protect their city. Because we ran into that one revenant, and some of his only words were the thing about followers of the Count will be brought to justice or whatever.
Oh, you mean the one
And he
that we
didn't seem
murdered?
bothered by us. Yes, but this one didn't seem bothered by us.
Alright,
No.
so as you continue on the road, if everyone would just roll me perception checks for a quick moment.
Perceptions.
Alright, Piop and Cramp and Theria. After a little bit of travel, you notice that a raven is kind of following you. You don't really know how long it has been, but it's just sort of following you along. And when you pause to take a quick rest, it'll stop on a tree limb nearby. And then when you start back up, it just continues to flap from tree to tree and follow you along. Doesn't seem to be doing anything, just
Anybody have
in a burp.
anything that can find out if it's controlled by somebody or anything? Kind of like how you can warg out Morgan.
Protection against good and evil, or not protection. Again, Bell Branch. Would something like a familiar fall at all within the constructs category of the Bell Branch?
Constructs would relate only to an actual magical construct, like a golem or a magically animated item.
I'm casting to see. I just don't know if it would do any good, but I can try it. And see if it is the presence of any of those things. Sure, why not? I don't know if it'll count as any of them, but
Alright.
we can try it.
Then in that case, just mark off one of the charges on your actions. And
Marked.
as you wave the bell branch around and do whatever the attunement would indicate that you should do to use such a feature, nothing happens.
It's dead fucking silent. Okay.
Cool.
Guys, it may just be a raven.
Does it say Nevermore?
It would never
Says
say
fuck
that.
you.
Oh, well, then that works out. So, keep on walking.
Alright. As you keep walking and heading west, you do notice that the raven is getting friends. After about 15 to 20 minutes of walking, you've got a good little flock of ravens that are just kind of following you along. When you stop, they stop, keeping a respectful distance, doing normal raven things.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of how to catch a raven.
Don't
Don't
kill the
want to.
raven. No acts of aggression against the raven.
So as you approach through the woods, the town of Velaki, Ismark would indicate that you're getting close. The old Sphalic road starts to meander into kind of a valley watched over by the dark, brooding mountains to the north and the south, which is you're in the valley. I mean, you've been in the valley technically for quite a while, but the woods start to recede, revealing a sullen little mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog is pressing up against the walls. As the mist that you're accompanied to seems like it's almost gathering around the walls. The dirt road that you're on ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them that you can't really see because of the fog. Planted in the ground along the road outside the gates are about a half dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. The wall is about 15 foot high. It's vertical logs held together with thick ropes and mortar. The top of each log has been sharpened to a point. And that is what you can see from where you are.
Are the ravens still following us, even though the trees have thinned out?
They're hanging back a little further back now. As you get closer to the town, they've stopped following you. You can still see them and back behind you, though.
How old are the wolf heads? Varying degrees of decay, like fresh?
They're looks to be somewhat fresh.
Oh,
Cool. Well, we should totes go and see if they'll let us into the city then, I guess. Nobody
Okay.
else have any thoughts?
Yeah, walking.
Yeah, that works.
Gotta get through the city.
As you
anyone else on the road?
Nope.
Okay.
As you approach the gates, a voice calls out from within, asking who goes there.
Travelers on the road.
Your mother, Trebek.
What'd you say,
Sorry.
John?
Sorry, my inner monologue was going as in, it's your mother, Trebek, in the Sean Connery voice from Jeopardy. That's no.
Yeah, the guards don't get the reference.
We're escorting Ismark into the city. Ismark from Barovia. Not Barovia. Ismark from, Barovia. Village of
Barovia.
Barovia.
Okay. They seem to recognize Ismark, and Ismark approaches the gates and, says hello, proves that it's actually him, and says that that you guys are traveling adventurers that have recently arrived in Barovia and were kind enough to escort him and his sister here to Vallaki to find sanctuary. And guard brief back and forth with the guards, and they start pulling the gates open.
New quest hub unlocked. Oh.
Yeah. 17 new quests pop up on your screen.
Everybody in the city wants to talk to us.
Mark all
Bunch
is
of
red.
people with little exclamation points over their heads.
No.
Just mark all as red. All right. And we're going to pull up a map of Vallaki for your perusals.
Entertainment.
Yeah. Which hopefully you'll be able to see more than a black screen.
Yay.
Yeah.
Ah,
I guess we're coming
so
from
as-
the right side.
You're coming from the east side there. So as you enter into the town, you can smell the unmistakable scent of of livestock. And as you go along into the town here, if you see the one little side road, and as well as the main road, curves into that open area to the south, is the stockyard. It's got a few sheds, a wooden sign saying Arasek Stockyard. In the south end of the stockyard, you can see a colorful wagon with paint that's starting to peel off. Some faded lettering on the side. The stockyard is not only a place for some livestock that are kept there, but also that acts as a kind of general store with limited merchandise and a facility where you can rent out those sheds if you want to have a shed, if you're in the market for sheds. One of the guards, by the way, there's a male and a female that were guarding the gate, and one of the female guard is accompanying you and kind of giving a running commentary tour guide. Looking at the map, is there anywhere you would like to go?
Where was it that Ismark was saying would be safe?
Just the town in general.
Okay.
For points of interest, the guard would indicate that there is a inn, the Blue Water Inn. There is the St. Andrew's Church. The town square is just kind of a place to meet and greet if there's people out and about. And then the mayor has a small, not really mansion, but pretty nice house that's kind of in the center south of town. And that'd be pretty much it for the highlights of Vallaki.
What about the toy maker?
When questioned about the toy maker, she says, the toy maker can be found just south of the inn. He's got a small shop.
Good to know.
We should probably drop off our 2 charges. I mean, the church would probably be the most secure place for that against.
You would
vampires.
think so. Maybe.
Does Ismark have a preference of where he's sending his sister here, since she's gonna spend her days here?
So Ismark, once you start talking about this with him, his plan, it's kind of get the sense that he didn't have this completely planned out, but he does have money, and he does have he's somewhat known around, that he's relatively certain that he can secure a house, because even though this is a more secure little village or town than the tiny village of Barovia, it still has a great deal of empty real estate. So he's sure he can procure a home for himself and his sister here. He says but his first destination for him will be the inn, just to get lodging for at least a few days while they figure things out.
Okay.
And I take it we'll be staying with him to escort him back to Barovia once Irina is settled.
He actually reveals that he has no intention of going back to Barovia. He tells you that in his mind's eye, Barovia is just a slow, lingering death waiting to happen, and no good can come of staying there.
Isn't he the mayor?
No.
This the mayor's son.
Yeah. The mayor died. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm out.
But Barovia doesn't have a lot going for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't.
Well, I guess.
So should we go to the inn and secure rooms for ourselves, at least,
Probably.
and then
Gotta
start
go
exploring?
see- Well, the inn might have somebody that could, help
Yeah.
us along.
Well, and I need to go check in on the toy maker.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And he said he didn't really, as payment, he offers you his side sword that he has been carrying with him and not using.
Oh, wow. How
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. As well as 100 gold pieces. Which have
Hey.
been, the 100 gold pieces and the sword have been added into your party's inventory.
Wow. Fantastic.
Yeah. Anyone looking at the sword, by the way, since you're all familiar with weapons as adventurers, even if some of you aren't very good with them, can tell this is very much an ornamental piece, and it is good that he did not try to use it.
Probably selling it. Good to know. Let's go get rooms set up, escort them there.
We still haven't found anybody who needs an eyeball.
Nope.
Sad. Yeah, I think
One
the
of these
end's like that.
days.
Yeah, one of these days, some random dude's gonna be like, "Man, I really wish I had one of my eyes." Like, good news for you, buddy.
I have such good news. You're not gonna believe this, bud.
Yeah, so in.
And yes.
All right. As you make your way to the end, you see the building with 2 chimneys with gray smoke coming out of both of them. It's a kind of a large 2-story building with a stone foundation and a tile roof. Several ravens perched on top of it. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. And that will be the Blue Water Inn. And let's see if anybody can see this fucking map.
Yay, maps.
Any takers? Anybody seeing anything?
Nothing
Push
has been
something
shown.
out.
Or is it on the map of the old bone
No,
grinder?
hold on.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Alright, well, I
Yay!
see people.
I can see ground
Hey!
floor.
Ground
Hey.
floor, yeah.
We can see a map.
Fantastic. Good. We will open the front doors. Which, by the way, I think you guys can click on doors to open them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can.
don't just do me a favor and don't fucking do that.
And do.
Because I'm not 100% sure. Well, I'm not 100% sure if you can click on doors to open them if they're supposed to be listed as locked or not. And until I figure that out, just don't click on doors.
Cool.
So what you're saying
yeah.
is don't do this.
I mean, that's the main door. You kind of have to open it. Plus, I already opened it, so.
This closes it.
That's being an asshole.
Nope.
Come on.
Well aware.
Walk into the club like, what up?
I'd take some coffee. That sounds delicious.
Okay.
Are you
Let's
offering
see.
it to the rest of the class too?
Yeah, you want some coffee?
I'll send it straight through Discord.
Before you get up to make coffee, I'll do a quick description of what we got
Cool.
here. All right. By the way, there's a well outside. That's what you can
I
see
guess it
outside.
probably had water in it.
Yep. All right. So, as you enter the main door here, damp cloaks hang from pegs on the entrance little portico. The tavern's packed with tables and chairs with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase hugging the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. You can easily see that. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in a dull orange light and cast shadows all over the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques.
They really like their wolf heads.
Tending bar is a middle-aged human female. There's 2 children, both boys, one's slightly older than the other, scampering about. Kind of some looks like they're halfway running drinks and things to various people sitting around the room, and also just kind of getting in the way. It's about mid-afternoon, by the way. You would say. There is about, let's say, about 5 or 6 random people seated around the tables and at the bar.
I would like to go talk to the lady at the bar about making an arrangement for accommodations.
Absolutely, that would be Danica. She introduces herself as Danica Mardikov and welcomes you to the Blue Water Inn. There's actually a little sign that's on a chalkboard written that a bed for the night costs 1 let's see, what is that? 1 EP, which is Electrum Piece, which is the downgraded version from the gold piece. So it's actually a pretty good deal. There's hot beet soup and fresh bread at no additional charge that comes with the room. Or you can order a wolf steak that costs also 1 EP. They offer some wine, various types, and that's about it. You do notice that in comparison to the room and then a wolf steak, the wine also costs either 1 EP for a red or 2 EP for a purple. Is quite a bit more exorbitant price-wise than the rooms and the food.
Using my feature of by popular demand, I'm curious if she has anyone performing and if we can make an arrangement that I'll perform in the evening in exchange for a free room.
She is delighted by the prospect, as she has not had a bard or player here in so long, and she says that if you are willing to play once a day for the extent of however long you stay here, that she will offer the room and board, i.e. the room and the soup and bread, for free, but she would still need to charge you for any alcohol and if you want to order the actual meat dish.
Sounds fair.
All right, and a coffee break while Amber makes us half a pot of coffee.
Yay.
Yay! I mean, I'm not getting up, but just putting the order into the waitress. Thanks, buddy.
You've inspired me. I think I'm making coffee. Ryan, do you need anything while I'm in the kitchen?
So anywho, here we are.
Here we are.
Latte could be nice.
Okay.
So Heather, how'd you like that Horizon preview?
She stepped away.
Okay.
Wow.
We'll get
How did you like that Horizon preview? She's coming.
Impressed. I don't think we're gonna get it till 2022. I think Q1 2022.
Well,
Is when
considering
they'll
you
announce
can't get a PS5 until probably Q2 of 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself. Mike has one.
I changed the channel name again to accurately reflect that.
Oh, did we?
Mostly peasants.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not pressed about it. They're gonna release it on PlayStation 4 too. I want to play it on 5, but if they announce like it's going to be an earlier release, then I think it's going to be. And I don't think so, just based on how it performed. I may have gotten a little choked up because I really, really enjoyed Horizon, and so seeing like it back there, and Erend, I was like, oh my god, Erend, yes. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm interested to see how the PlayStation 5 leverages some of the things. The water, like the swimming, looked the best to me.
Yeah, it looked very good.
So, what'd you think of it?
So I didn't watch the whole thing. I just skipped to like the actual gameplay part of it. It looked very good. I'm excited. I'm pretty sure they are designing it for the 3D Tempest audio, which I think will be super good with both the weather effects and, of course, the enemy, audio effects. Yeah, I'm excited. Looks good. Looks darn good.
I know they're going to leverage the PlayStation 5 as much as they can since it's an exclusive, so I'm excited to see what else that means for them.
Amber
We
has
watched
started
the
playing
trailer for the D&D game that's coming
which
out
one?
next
Dark
month.
Alliance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is coming straight to Xbox Game Pass, by the way, John.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I saw Amber was starting to play Last of Us. She's got more power than me. Oh gosh. game
It's
gives me
scary.
so much. It gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
clickers scare the crap out of me.
She's got more power than you. This is a verbatim back and forth conversation we had as she was running into her first clicker. Was now that you've drawn him away in that direction, you can go over there and explore that room. Just keep another bottle handle to draw him, handy to draw him off. And no, I'm too scared. We're just leaving.
Yeah, that's what I did. I ran away.
They're fine if you have a shiv.
Yeah, they're still pretty scary.
Yeah.
They got no faces.
Considering all the different like zombie types that are out there, I think that to me is like they're some of the scariest
Yeah, they're creepy.
zombies.
I've been playing Metro Exodus.
Are you exodusing?
Yeah.
I
Slowly but
prefer
steadily.
Metro Leviticus.
Yeah.
Boomch.
The
I
gunplay.
shared a picture of the Martinov family, by the way.
Yeah.
People running the inn, you said?
Yep.
Cool.
The gunplay in Metro has always been a little janky, but the things that the world like connection, like you feel like your character, if you walk into radiation or like a poisonous zone, like you can feel it a little bit better in that, so it's kind of nice. You feel like you're more in the world, I guess. But it's an alright game.
Strong review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
A hot cup.
Started playing Bioshock Remastered. I only opened it up.
Playing what?
Bioshock Remastered.
Starting
Bioshock
from the
was
beginning and going all the way through.
Yeah, because I got the trilogy collection of it all. So I'm just starting from the beginning and just gonna play it through, just to have some fun.
The first one was definitely the best, in my opinion.
Ryan disappointed me immensely because we've been watching a game show called Actually, and one of the games the other day in it was we're gonna play 3 seconds of a song or soundtrack from a video game, and you have to name the game. And the only song with lyrics was the damn song from Bioshock Infinite, and you got the fucking title of the song. You got the Will the Circle, and I was like, Bioshock Infinite. And I was like, I fucking think that's accurate, Amanda. I was like, I know my shit.
Infinite was not that great of a game. It was okay.
See, I would say Infinite is my favorite of them, and then 1, and then
I really
dropping down to
enjoyed
2 by a
Infinite.
long drop.
I enjoyed the Lutesses, but I just didn't. Booker just didn't seem that cool. I mean,
I thought he was cooler though, the main character than what's his face in the original Bioshock. Unnamed guy. Would you kindly?
yeah, I don't know. I felt like there was a lot more. I feel like Bioshock 1 was it was much. It may have just been the fact that it was, one of a kind at that time. There was nothing like it, really. But I don't know. I just felt Infinite wasn't near as. I don't even know, man. I don't even know how to describe it.
You're doing great.
I know, it's fantastic. I can tell you that 2 was pretty terrible. I mean, it was a decent enough game, but it was not. It was not to the level of 1 or Infinite.
Yeah, I was not really a fan of 2. I mean, it did have the harpoon gun, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking nailing people to the wall with that shit was amazing, but
Yeah.
you know, that
the
didn't
actual
exactly carry the game.
the actual story and everything, it just felt like they were like, oh god, people love BioShock. We need to create something to continue that hype effectively.
Yeah,
And,
the arcade area was good, but that's
Yeah.
about it. I feel like BioShock, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was 1. 1, when you first get the shotgun, is still one of the most terrifying, obviously going to be terrifying things, and then still terrifying things ever. When you just walk into that fucking surgical suite, and there's nothing except a shotgun laying on the floor with light shining on it,
yeah.
and you
And
look
you're
at it and you're like,
Mhm.
this is not good. I'm not, why would I even pick that up? And you're like, well, I need a shotgun.
Yeah.
And you pick it up, and the fucking lights go off, and you're like, yep,
Yeah. Terrifying.
exactly what I knew was gonna happen.
Yep.
After I watched a full playthrough, Brian had Bioshock, and he was like,
We still
"You
have
loved
it.
the
We
game
still
so
have
much."
PS3.
He's like, "You loved the game so much. Why don't you play it, Amanda?"
That's
And so I
terrifying.
attempted to play it once, just once.
Did you even get out of the pod?
I did get out of the pod. I did do that,
I'll be right back.
but tried to figure out what the fuck I was doing. Called Brian, having struggled my way out of the pod. Panic
the pod
attack
was-
shooting things.
The
Was like, nope.
Splicer as he like carves apart the pod you're in. He's just
Horrifying.
like, this is just not gonna end well.
It's one thing to do a playthrough of that shit and know it's coming. It's another thing to be responsible for your own survival in that situation.
Oof. Yeah, that was a really good game with the atmosphere and like it kept your heart rate up the entire time. You never felt safe in that.
Coffee is so great.
I'm sipping mine.
My chai latte is still scaldingly hot, so I'm letting it cool slightly.
He'll be fine.
Ah,
Ah,
ah. All right. So there you are. Everyone is in the main room of the inn. Negotiated some free room and board for a song.
ah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm trying
there
to
enough-
figure out if that's like an actual, like a fire effect on the map. Like it
Like the little candle thing.
yeah, it looks like a candle. Like that's actually pretty cool. I hadn't
What's
noticed
on
that
the
when I did
map?
it. So if you're looking at the map, the lighting along the top
Yeah,
is,
it like
flickering a little bit, like as if there was a candle lighting it. That's really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyhow, sorry.
Flickering, but okay. Can I ask Ms. Martinov if there's enough sunlight still to go by the toy makers? Like, what are his hours of operation?
And they use her as Google.
I
Yeah.
would say it'd be probably better to just ask how safe the city is after dark, since, you know, Barovia or whatever was a shithole after dark.
That too.
Hey Alexa.
Yeah.
Hey, can we talk? Oh man, as I said my question a million times. How, like,
You're doing
should
great.
we say, hey, can we talk to this person? Like, do we need to just start talking like we would normally talk? Or, like, what's the best way to talk to NPCs, I guess?
Yeah, just talk to them or
Okay.
tell me what you want to say to them.
Okay. I've just always wondered that.
I like that you sent that twice.
Well, yeah, I clicked it by accident and it copied it. I don't know. I never know if we can just say, hey, Miss Martinoff, and then just start talking, or do we need to say, GM,
No, you
I
can
would like to
start
ask Miss Martinoff this.
You can do it either way.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like a correct way.
Yeah, we are mid-afternoon, so everything around town is open and available.
Is the town safe after dark?
She says yes, the town actually prides itself as being safe even after dark.
Nice.
And if worst comes to worst, all the most of the houses, and if not houses, then the main buildings like the church, the inn here, and let's see.
Mayor, probably.
Yeah. And there's a few like shelter points around some of the older houses that were left, abandoned or don't have owners anymore, have been fortified for, kind of like shelters.
I'd laugh kind of wryly and ask, then where do the fresh wolf heads come from?
She says, for that you would want to talk to the mayor. Says that it's not a problem in town, but outside of town, it's definitely not safe after dark.
Got it. I'll be back in the evening for performing.
I can't wait to see what you're going to perform.
Play Freebird!
Anyone want to come with me as toy makers?
Yeah, I'll go with you, because I was with you when we talked to, what was her name? Mary?
Mary.
Yeah.
And Mary. Gnome Boys and I are probably better off if we stay outside of the toy makers while y'all go in.
I was thinking.
Come with you, but we can stay
Yeah, the shop?
outside. The shop, yeah.
I was just going to do something that Mike hates and split the party and go and see the church. Since we talked to the priest in the original town, and he'd said that it was a safe place or whatever, and with vampires about, maybe
true.
learning some more good things could be good for us.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's absolutely. I'll put it this way. I'll leave it up to you. If you guys go to two different places, it's not a problem for me. Just know that it's going to be whoever goes in one place is going to be waiting in a side channel, and just doing whatever amongst themselves while I handle one, and I'll switch over, and the other people are just going to be waiting. So you guys make that call.
Fine with me.
I think we cover more ground that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think, and I think that it would match metagame.
Yeah, what
earlier,
we
but-
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it would match kind of what, I have no reason to go and see the toy maker as a
Yeah.
character right now, so I'm gonna go see what's up with the priest.
All right. We have a POP for the priest.
Toy maker.
Toy maker.
All right.
Amp, where are you going?
I'll go to the priest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be their adult and go with them.
Chaperone.
Chaperone, thank you. I could not think of the word for the life of me. Yes,
Oh my God.
chaperone.
You are their chaperone.
All right.
To the priest
between-
world.
Oh, he got sad. He was by
Oh.
himself.
No, I moved him
No,
back
he moved me back.
Oh, okay.
because you guys haven't
Well-
split yet.
Ow.
Would you like to roll, Theria?
Oh, I don't care.
I trust your rolling better than mine today, so
All
yeah.
right, well, that means it's going to fail right now, which is going to be great. So just 1d20. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, that was
Oh.
bad. All right, that was not good.
Well,
Can we cancel that? Can we pretend that
Nope.
never happened? Oh,
Nope.
son of a bitch.
All right.
beauty of
Ramp
D&D.
up, Shava. Select a candidate to roll a d20.
Oh, this is just to tell
no,
us who's
I
gonna go
volunteer as tribute because
Do
I'm
it.
the chaperone.
Hey,
Ooh.
first. Dang!
All
Doesn't
right.
help
you
us
wasted
here.
your one nat 20
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah.
That was it.
All right. Bye. We're going to Priest World.
Bye.
Peace,
Amanda and I will hang out here.
Priest world, party time, every time.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You venture west through the town. You eventually come upon the church, which is going to be that far west building on the map. That's the larger. Actually, it's the largest building on the map. The orange roof there on the left side. It's a slouching, looks like a very old stone church. Has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows depicting various pious saints. There's a system of bars that looks like they're ready to be put in front of the windows at a moment's notice. A wrought iron fence encloses a garden and gravestones next to the church. And a thin mist, of course, creeps along the ground, clinging to the tombstones.